Starting a portrait can be tricky. Getting the proportions right, like the size of the eyes and mouth, can be a real challenge. But even in those tough moments, there is something exciting about the process. Hey there, lovely folks. I am thrilled to welcome you to my little corner of the creative world. I am Sunita Nishant, an artist on a mission to explore the beauty of life through the stroke of my pencil. A sketchbook is like a special book where you can draw and doodle whatever comes in your mind. It's a place where you can jot down your ideas and try out new things with your supplies. The most important thing is you can carry it around with you wherever you go. So, whenever you feel inspired, you can just grab it and start drawing. It's not just for making pretty pictures, it's also a place where you can practice and get better at drawing. When looking back at your old sketches, you can see how much you have improved over the time. It's kind of like your own little creative diary where you can let your imagination run wild and express yourself however you like. In this portrait study, I'll be using graphite lead, blending stump, a mono eraser, knead eraser, and a normal eraser. So let's get started. First, I will make a base layer. In graphite art, starting with a base layer is like laying down the groundwork for your masterpiece. It is super important for a few reasons. First off, it helps you figure out how dark or light different parts of your drawing should be. By putting a light layer of graphite on the paper, you can create a kind of middle tone that you can build on later. This makes it easier to add darker shadows and lighter highlights. Plus, it smooths out the paper and makes it easier to blend and layer your graphite. Another big thing is that it makes your drawing look more realistic. With a base layer, you can make your highlights pop and your shadows look deeper. And if you make a mistake, no worries. You can just erase or add more graphite on top of the base layer without messing up your whole drawing with a knead eraser or a mono eraser. Understanding the basic anatomy is very important for artists. It serves as the foundation for creating realistic and expressive drawings. When you know how the body is structured, from the arrangement of bones and muscles to the proportions of different body parts, you can accurately depict the human form in your artwork. This knowledge enables you to capture the subtle changes of movements and expressions, bringing a character to life on the page. While I was sketching the ear, I had a struggle with the placement. Sometimes, when you're sketching, things just don't go the way you want to be. My ears are in the wrong spot. Yes, it can be super frustrating. This happens to everybody when making the right proportion. Even the pros mess up sometimes. So instead of getting all bummed out, I try to look at it as a chance to learn and improve. So I thought of practice my proportion of head with Loomis method technique. Basically, it is a way to break down the structure of the head into simpler shapes, making it easier to draw from different angles. For my study, I decided to practice drawing head from some sort of positions. It was definitely a challenge, but along the way, I learned a ton about how the head looks from different perspectives and how to get those proportions just right. There were definitely some moments where I struggled, but I also had some cool breakthroughs. So, what is the Loomis method? The Loomis method is a popular drawing technique developed by the American illustrator Andrew Loomis. It is used to construct the human head and face with accuracy and proportion in drawings. The method involves breaking down the head into basic geometric shapes, such as the sphere and the cylinders, to establish the underlying structure. From there, some guidelines are added to help place the features of the face in the correct positions. By following the Loomis method, artists can understand the relationship between different parts of the head and create more realistic and lifelike portraits. So, it's a fundamental tool for artists looking to improve their figure drawing skills and capture the human form with accuracy. So, the Loomis method is basically a way of drawing heads that breaks things down into simple steps. First, you start with a circle for the skull and then add a line down the middle to show which way the head is facing. Next, you add a couple of lines to mark where the eyes, nose, and mouth should go. These lines help you get the proportions right. Then you start adding more details like shape of the jaw and the ears. It's kind of like putting together a puzzle. Once you have got all the basic shapes in place, you can start adding more details to make the head look more realistic. And that is basically how the Loomis method works. It's all about breaking things down into simple shapes and steps to make drawing heads a whole lot easier. Now that I have got a handle on the concept, I am feeling a way more confident about moving forward with my drawing. Right now, I am working on building up the valleys and shapes at the same time using a 7mm graphic lead. It's a kind like adding layers of shading while also refining the shapes and forms. With each stroke of the pencil, I am adding depth and dimension to the drawing, creating a sense of volume and realism. It's a bit like sculpting. As I layer more graphite, the drawing is starting to take a life of its own. It's a slow process, but totally worth it when you see the end result that starting to emerge. Now I'm feeling pretty good about where things are headed. Tackling the flowing hair is definitely a challenge. But it is also where the magic happens. It's like trying to capture the essence of moment on a static page. Here I am using a combination of light and bold, feathery strokes, sweeping lines to create that sense of motion and volume. Each stroke of the pencil is like a brush stroke, shaping the flow of the hair and adding depth to the overall composition. The challenge of bringing something dynamic and alive to life on a flat surface, it is quite tough, but right now I am embracing the challenge and trusting the process. Never worry about making mistakes in your sketchbook. It's where you can perfect yourself through countless trials and errors, where every stroke brings you closer to mastery. So, Embrace the process, embrace the imperfections, and keep on creating fearlessly. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more art content and tutorials. Your support means the world to me, and I can't wait to continue this creative journey together. Thank you all so much for watching, for your encouragement, and for sharing your creativity with me. It's been an absolute pleasure. Until next time, keep sketching, keep dreaming, and keep shining your light through your art. Take care and goodbye.